Hey, beautiful family, it's a new dawn and a new chapter here. Well, squaddies, you have known me for years, bringing you the best and latest royal updates. Now, squaddies, I'm welcoming you to yet another bombshell channel known as Celeb Plug 101, where royalty meets reality and fame sits under a spotlight. From palace whispers to red carpet revelations, I will be crowning the most iconic, the most talked about, and the most unforgettable stars in the spotlight. Be kind and consider subscribing to this channel for fast daily updates. So, with this said and done, take your seat because you're watching the channel where legends rule, and every headline reigns supreme. 10 years since its inception, the Invictus Games Foundation has achieved milestones that seemed impossible at the outset. What began with 13 countries and over 400 competitors at the inaugural London 2014 Games has grown into a truly global community. 23 nations participated in the most recent Vancouver Whistler 2025 Games with 534 competitors, representing wounded, injured and sick service personnel from every inhabited continent. The movement now encompasses innovative developments like Vancouver Whistler's pioneering hybrid Winter Games and Germany's first-ever Veterans' Day. Perhaps most impressively, Nigeria became the first African country in history to join the Invictus Games Foundation when they debuted at Düsseldorf 2023. Its national program has flourished in just 3 years, complete with an Armed Forces Invictus Centre being built in Abuja, opening the door for continental expansion across Africa. These achievements demonstrate Invictus's unique ability to serve as a catalyst for change. While the Games provide the initial spark, it's the leadership of local communities and the determination of service personnel themselves that sustain and expand the impact. Last week, at the 2025 African Economic Global Convergence Summit, held in parallel with the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, the Invictus Games Foundation was awarded the AEMA Black Prize in recognition of its meaningful impact across Africa. The award underscores the Foundation's growing footprint on the continent, including its active programs and partnerships in Nigeria, where the Foundation has supported rehabilitation efforts and the establishment of the Armed Forces Invictus Centre. The 2025 African Economic Global Convergence Summit, themed Advancing New Partnerships and Delivering Progress in the Global Space, Shaping the Future of Security, Economy and Investment in Africa and the World Towards AU Agenda 2063, brings together global decision-makers, investors, policymakers and civil society to drive collaboration for Africa's transformation. In the plenary session entitled Resilience, Leadership and Global Citizenship Building Bridges Beyond Borders, David Wiseman, Invictus Games Foundation Chief Programs and Strategy Officer, shared how the effectiveness of the Foundation's work in Africa has been based on capacity building where sports recovery is nascent, and thus working closely with leadership, referencing the vision of General Musa, Chief of Defence for the Nigerian Armed Forces. Drawing from Invictus Games Foundation on the groundwork in Nigeria, David emphasised that while sports recovery is often focused on the individual, there is a need for it to be embedded in a systemic fashion, to reach more wounded, injured and sick service personnel and veterans, and to go where the need is great. Helen Doyley, Invictus Games Foundation Chief Growth Officer also participated in a high-profile panel on harnessing sports, culture and the creative economy for inclusive growth and youth empowerment and the power of global partnerships. She was joined by Her Excellency Hono Hanatu Musa Musawa, Nigeria's Minister of Art, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Juliet Ibrahim, Ghanaian actress and film producer, and Hamzat Lawal, CEO of Connected Development. Helen's remarks really highlighted just how sports and culture can catalyse economic inclusion, especially when government and the private sector work hand in hand with strategic global and local partnerships, including NGOs. In particular, our collaboration with key Invictus Games Foundation partners, Boeing and Monster, enables the Foundation to, target programs and initiatives right across the Invictus community. The event wrapped up with an open invitation to everyone in the room, encouraging them to consider ways of embedding sport recovery even further into their nations for wounded, injured and sick service personnel and veterans, and, of course, to join the growing Invictus movement. Invictus is not just about the games. It's really about showing the very best of humanity, proving that there is no wound, physical or invisible, that cannot be met with strength, with dignity and with hope. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Your support truly means the world to me, and I honestly can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, take care and, stay awesome.